Host has
Oh, good.
enabled.
I just caught the recording.
Good job, Skippy. Wow, I look pale today.
They
I don't give a fuck. Me during the countdown, and that pissed me off.
Ladies and
Counting us
gentlemen,
in.
welcome to episode 355 of the Merit 55.
Yeah,
Right.
355.
I'll be right back, folks. 1 second.
Oh, the unpaid intern is already added. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Maritime Paintball Podcast. As always, I am your king of paintball, Thomas Castle. That was Bradley Odell, who's going to deal with our unpaid intern. How dare he wake up? And today we're going to be talking about what I wish I knew then, what I know now. We all have those moments. We're all getting old. I mean, I'm almost 40. Brad's somewhere in his 30s. And we figured we're going to talk about that today. Kind of the things that, some of us are seasoned now, a little more seasoning on us. And you kind of look back at your early days of paintball and you're like, fuck, I wish I. Sometimes you see some cringy ass pictures of yourself, and it might not be like, hey, I wish I had bought a mask first. Fuck off. We all know that. But it's those times when you look at the pictures and you see yourself with those big mall ninja kits on your 98s that looked super cheesy, and you're just like,
Why did I have to start paintballing in the era where peak photos could be immortalized on the internet?
correct. He's paid into snacks and he's eating us into poverty. You have seen nothing yet. You wait until he becomes a teenager. Then he just stands in front of the fridge and he just fucking devours everything that's in sight. And God help you if he becomes a stoned teenager.
If he's got money to buy weed, he's got money to buy his own food.
Weed's cheap. Groceries aren't. But you know who doesn't have a problem buying groceries before they buy marijuana, are our sponsors. So first of all, DEFCON Paintball Products. My man, my love, Big Daddy G, hooking us up with 10% off of almost everything on that website. As a matter of fact, I got a cart full of goodies that I got to hit up and make sure that I use that sexy promo code to get I need some mask parts. I need, little bits and bobs, so that I can, in order for me to go to our next sponsor, Atlantica, and play there and have some sexy times at their next game, which is the 19th of March, I believe, is their next, which is going to be a lot of fun. Bring your friends, come out and have a party with us. And then we got Moncton Paintball, who I love. Can't wait to get out and see those guys. We were just I've been talking to the big G man, and it looks like he's got something coming down the pipes. I hear rumblings of street ball dates, which is kick ass. Can't wait to see what those are going to be. And of course, the Rip King, who I'm going to go see soon and get myself a little suitcase made. Like a little attaché case that we're going to fill like Fear and Loathing and bring with us to Ontario to show off some of his goodies. And I do believe that is it. Have we missed anybody? DEFCON Paintball Products, Moncton Paintball, the home of Mag Hill, and the king of paintball, the forest, the King's Forest. Atlantica Paintball has the sexiest staging area that I've ever seen. Like the only place that had a nicer, the only place that had a little bit better of a setup would have been, and that's just for sheer quantity, was Mr. Hugo's bathroom setup.
Paintball Mirabelle.
Mr. Hugo had a pretty sweet bathroom setup. I mean, it was a paintball field bathroom, but it wasn't porta potties. So
it was like they
executive bathroom suites.
Yeah, they have to be hauled in on trucks. Like these are full like bathroom in a box. You hook up the water. Done. And yeah. Fantastic. I think that's everyone. Gaff's Paintball is out there. We got AJ Corbett. AJ
Corbett. Gaff Paintball. Gaff PB. Are we going to talk about Bones and Ashes?
No, because I can't go.
Okay, you're going to tell me what that is in a second. Steve
Legends.
Preskill stumbled back upon Maritime.
Yeah, Steve Preskill. I remember that name from way back in the day.
Wow.
Used to watch the show a half decent amount. I kind of, it's nice to see it back.
Welcome back, Steve. So tell me about here, Bones and Ashes, because Daddy's croaking to play. So let me tease me a little bit with what I can't do.
All right, man. So Bones and Ashes is a massive paintball game. So it's I can't remember which field it's hosted at. I'm trying to find that information right now. Actually, it's funny. There's another stream happening right now in the Bones and Ashes CPX event group. That's hilarious. That I stumbled across that. So Bones and Ashes CPX Legends event. I can't go, so I haven't really looked into it. I'll be honest. I don't know exactly what's going on with it. I don't know any of the crazy details or anything like that. But it's a Legends event, so it's going to be a big event. It's going to be good. So
yeah, Legends, and that sounds awesome. You know what? I don't know what that event is, but I would go to it. Yeah. So you should go to it.
I mean, I think it's a Living Legends event is what it's based around. It's an old Living
Legends.
It's a Living Legends event. So it's a massive event, 2,000 players plus that kind of thing.
Where's that in New York?
This one's being hosted at Black Ops Paintball. So, which can't go. So that sucks.
But we want to hear about it, Gaffs. Yeah. I want to hear all about it when you come back. Tell us a story. Send us some messages. We want to see some cool stuff.
Right. It looks like a one. Brad, turn up your mic or something. Why does everyone keep saying my mic sounds like it's low? Honestly,
if everybody you run into in the day is an asshole, maybe everybody isn't the problem.
There. How about now? Is that better, everyone? Or I can turn it up even further. I can turn there. I'm doing 100% audio.
You brought it up to 100% full
No, I
power?
brought it up 100% above 100. I'm at 200% power. It's over 9,000.
Don't say crazy things.
Brad, just uploaded a video. Since fine, yada yada yada. Where was it? I just seen something. Where are you guys based? By the way, asking Gaffs. We're in the Maritimes. The Maritime Paintball Podcast. New Brunswick, buddy. We're in New Brunswick, Canada.
East Coast. It's a silly place.
East Coast, where our economy is fucked up almost as much as we are.
But we do throw a hell of a kitchen party.
We do throw a hell of a kitchen party.
As a matter of fact, that is what we are going to call it when we go down to Ontario. We're calling that the Maritime Kitchen Party, and we're bringing it right straight to the dirty old men. I mean, the grumpy old men. I mean, I'm calling it how I see it. I met them. They're reputable, but they're still dirty. They get kind of crusty after they play it on the field, man.
Yeah, a little bit, right? That is mud and dirt and grime. Okay, so yeah, sorry, I'm all out of whack. I got thrown off. The intern there was trying to get out of his cubicle, and I had to go.
Didn't you bring the temporary foreign worker in to take care of this?
She had to go. She had to take the office pet out for a walk. I don't know what words to use for that one. Her dog.
She had to take them. Oh, she had to take the mail carrier, the mailroom boy, out for a walk. She had to take IT out for a walk. You have to feed them every day.
Yeah, she had to take IT for a walk.
Otherwise, they get cranky and bitchy if you don't feed them. America's hat. No, sir. America's my underpants. And right around the breadbasket is actually where my newts sit.
And Florida's the dong. I don't know. I'm just making...
My dick is not that disease, dude. I'm fucking sorry. Sorry to all my Floridian friends, but y'all state's fucked up. Ooh, he lives in America's taint.
Mexico?
Puerto Rico?
We're gonna get canceled.
We live in
I don't know
Brunswick.
what part of the United States is like humid and moist.
Louisiana.
Ah, there we go. That makes sense.
Oh, the Florida Panhandle.
Oh,
yeah, it does, man. It's so hot and miserable there. It's not so bad now, but in like when we start playing paintball.
Oh, Brittany doesn't like the word moist.
Moist. Oh. Texas. I would love to play paintball with Texans. Because to them, that's just like
that's what so many animals walking behind me.
And paintball guns for Texans are just like fucking me using a fucking hornet with an elastic and a piece of paper. Texans is like, well, this ain't a fucking gun, and then they proceed to use it like it's a real gun and fuck your day up. Moist should absolutely be a word.
100%.
Along with lubricated. That's another great word.
If moist wasn't a word, there wouldn't be a word to describe how paintball gets me.
Or how I get while I play paintball.
Ooh, very true. We do have that on a vlog where I literally slapped your back and just went, God, you're wet. It was also like 39 degrees.
Forgive me, my office manager is telling me. She's telling me to look at something here. Yes, I do agree, office manager. If Florida is indeed a penis, it definitely has STDs. That's why my penis is not Florida.
Good enough. Also, everyone check out this mug. How cool is that?
That's so sweet.
Right? It was made by Brittany.
I can imagine playing paintball with no clothes. I have seen some dudes play in very little. Mm-mm. They are braver than I.
So, tonight's show, the whole topic for tonight's show, we're just going to kind of chit-chat, and we want to get the comments involved. So, folks, if you're listening and you got a comment, please drop it in the chat. We just kind of want to talk about what do you know now that you wish you knew back when you first started playing. However, I don't want to hear things like, should have bought a mask first, because that's just, I want nuanced stuff. Like, new players hear that all the time, right? They'll always hear, buy your mask first, buy used gear before buying new, try that's everything out, that kind of thing. I want to hear some of like the tiny nuanced stuff, like the
I bet you Elise has got some about because of her husband, the Tinkerer, who messes with guns all the time. I bet there's some stuff that Jacob's done. He's like, I really wish I had known this. I want to hear it from everybody. I wish I had known. Here's one. I wish I had known, and at least I had known enough to research why a Milsig K-Series might not be your best first mag-fed gun.
The first comment that just popped up from Gaffs.
So I need to go to Texas and play paintball because clearly these guys, this
they
man,
get it, bro.
Yeah,
I think they get it.
I bet he uses like a 686 or some fancy because he's in such a warm temperature that stuff would be a lot more friendly than it is here.
Dry too.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Texas? Isn't Texas dry? Don't they have tumbleweeds?
I don't know. Is Texas moist?
Part of it is, I'm sure. Dallas. Yeah. At least when Debbie was there.
And Kennedy.
Oh!
One mag, one shot. Yep. Yeah, dude. 100%. I had the K series with the round collars. I've seen like the M17s. Those are really cool with the square collars. But once bitten, twice shy. That's, I'm using that expression a little more in the last couple of days, but it's yeah. Now I've had somebody tell me though that those K series are starting to come back because paintballs are dropping in size. They're getting smaller now, incrementally, and just ever so slightly.
Oh, they definitely are. On average.
So now, if you got a slightly smaller paintball, I bet you those round collars would just because the heat core wasn't a bad marker. It was it was never was. I liked my Milsig. It fired very well, but that mag was dog shit.
The heat core was a interesting piece of kit because I'd seen markers where they failed because of the mags, the round collar and the square collar. I've also seen the Milsigs fail where I had a buddy who I played with quite often. We traveled California, North Dakota, Ontario, all over Nova Scotia, PEI. We traveled a lot, he and I and a couple other guys. And he shot a Milsig, I think he shot the SMG or the M5, one of the two. And regularly, like multiple times a game, every game, his bolt would jam into his barrel. Yeah, and he would have to smash it off of a bunker, like smash the butt of the gun off the bunker to get the bolt to disengage out of the... Yeah, it was Tuna who did it on a regular basis. And it was just like, he and I used to get into arguments because I'd be like, man, your Milsig's a piece of garbage. He's like, no, it's not. It never fails me. I'm like, really?
What day is it today, Tuna?
Right? Is it Sunday? We're playing paintball? The fucker's going to fail.
Yeah.
Right? My TGR2 gave me a lot of troubles, too, up until it shot. After you put about 2,000 rounds, 2,200 rounds through it, then it starts to chill out and it starts to behave. But one thing I wish...
2,200 rounds through a marker on a Sunday to get it to shoot straight.
Oh, no, I mean after 2,200 rounds, like the marker's broken in.
Once you've broken it in. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. And then it's...
Oh, yeah, man.
Elise has
You've
photos
told me
of
that story. I want to know. I got to see those pictures.
It's pretty wild. Like, you were just watching him beat the shit out of a bunker. I watched him break a pallet once. It was pretty funny. Yeah, so, buying a Milsig definitely shouldn't be on somebody's, like, first thing to do list when you're first playing. What I wish I knew was to not believe the hype online of like because when I joined it was like the peak. It was it was 2000. Started playing was 2007, 2008, and that was like right when paintball was really starting to, like Woods Ball especially. There was companies like Spec Ops Paintball making like basically rebranded Titman gear, which was still fantastic. They put their own spin on it. They did some really cool funky shit, which I really really liked with the A5.
Oh, are those the Mall Ninjas?
No, these guys did like that was Ops gear. Ops gear was very Mall Ninja. Spec Ops was like they modded it in such a way that was like they went with like super, like they had different classes, like different positions on their team. So they had like saber, longbow, something else. Anyways, but like saber was like a fast or really fast and nimble player. So they took the A5, which would normally be, you have your A5, and then you'd have your tank, right? So you're looking at an A5 about that long standard, right? Maybe a little longer with the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And they would flip the tank, so the tank was pointing forward. So now your gun is this big.
Oh yeah. I've seen pictures of A5s like that. I wondered what the hell that was about.
And then they would throw like a 4-inch barrel on, maybe a 5-inch barrel. Yeah.
Okay.
Super comp, because the point of that player was that they're always in the front and they're always like less than 30 feet away from their opponent.
That is taking your shit real seriously.
Yeah, and they offered like custom paint jobs and stuff and everything. It was really intense. However, they also did a lot with like promoting like paintball snipers before the first strike round was a thing, which was a bit right. So I kind of got hooked into that side of it, and I was a little bit like I really wanted to do like
ghillie suit laying in the woods.
I had one.
Oh, are we hearing some secret shame? Do we need to add like secret shames to your episode?
Not 100% shame, because one, yes, it looks stupid as hell. Two,
I've seen dudes in ghillie suits. They usually look dumb as hell.
Yes,
until the fucker shoots you in the head.
I have three. Yeah, I have 3 confirmed kills in the ghillie suit that they had no idea where I was.
Oh, nice.
Because on one map, it was Hurricane. Actually, it was Hurricane Paintball that we played. It's shut down now. It's a shame. It was a nice field. Unfortunately, it flooded every year. And one of the regulars I was talking with, he's like, okay, we can go down this trail. We can go down this trail. We can go this trail. If we go to the left, he's like, that way tends to flood. But if we get down into he's like, you may end up in like waist deep water, but we can get around them and get into their spawn. I was like, let's do it. So I ended up like waist deep into water, snuck around. Yeah, basically like, right, in a ghillie suit, got around there, sat down, like I kneeled. My buddy got spotted. He got taken out, but they didn't see me. And I just stood perfectly still, and they kept going along their way. And I was like, oh. So I was just like, and I just like shimmied my way up, snapped one of them, lay down. They couldn't quite figure out where I was, but they knew somebody was there. So of course, like 7 of them turned around and was like coming at us, right? Or coming at me. So I got taken out. Then I played at long reach. Same thing. I wore the ghillie suit, and I managed to go up a fox trail, which I trudged my way up it. And I sat there, and sorry if you guys can hear the animals running around. It's hilarious. There's
Dude.
2 cats and a wiener dog.
Mine are doing the same thing. My cat's running around the room. She's like jumping up and shit. It's okay. We're pet friendly here.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
I'm pet friendly. I'm not really dog friendly at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't want no fucking German shepherds coming up on me. That son of a bitch, like somebody like COD kill streaked me, and that son of a bitch was on me. Took a chunk out of my fucking took a chunk out of me. That's not fun. Rabies shots suck. Like, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if they ever tell you, I know there's a book we read as kids where the kid had to get rabies shots. Well, fuck.
They suck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right in the little hole.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. First of all, I see that, Stephen. Thank you. The Northern Lights ladies are playing tomorrow at 2 p.m. So good luck and destroy all the opposition. Josh Estrada. Hello. Nice to see you, buddy. I am not worried about your dog because your dog is a good boy. This guy was probably a good boy. He wasn't a very good boy yesterday. Yeah, man. Owner not good. Doggo, he just wasn't a good boy yesterday. Raby, nah, you don't want to take a chance with that shit.
That's scary shit. Man. I've seen the videos. There's videos online. I've seen the videos of the guy where he's like literally afraid of water. He tries to drink water and he can't. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And then Steve's got a great thing. He says, "I wish I knew it was totally fine to play gray areas when it comes to rules." It's true.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
that is really, really. Thank you, Steve. That's a great one.
Right? Like,
I have a hard time with that.
Like
I'm bad for that.
Well, like for me, there's certain rules I won't break. Like I don't wipe. I don't wipe on a game. But if I go to a field and they're like, there's a 20-foot mandatory surrender rule, I'd be like, no.
That's getting broken.
Yeah, and if they surrender, you have to. If I played a field once where they had like, if you get surrendered, you have to take it. Like, no,
you want to shoot me? Listen, if you, yeah.
So I'm not. Yeah.
No, that's breaking rules. Oh, scenario rules.
Oh, fuck scenario rules. I get so angry when I go to a scenario. Now I get it. It's a scenario. I've signed up for a scenario game. But when the rules of the scenario game are things like only snipers get to use first strike rounds, that's fine. Only engineer guys get to plant explosives, that's fine. That's great. That gives special tasks to individuals. I like that. When it's at this time of the day or when this thing is triggered, this will happen. Like if at X time of day, Y is triggered. Great, that's cool. I love those kinds of rules. What I hate is the kind of rules where they're just like, if the sun is at 43 degrees, and based on the number of paintballs you're carrying, there's just such outrageous rules, so insane.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of getting marched into a scenario where I'm on a team that is supposed to lose. Don't tell me I'm supposed to lose. You're asking me to throw the game. I have a problem with that.
Yeah. I was a little surprised.
I don't need it always to be fair. I don't mind, but give me a fighting chance. Like, it is a game. Let me have some fun.
Yeah. So,
but I
Atlantica.
do definitely.
Atlantica.
It's not to shit on them. It was kind of cool. Like,
no. I think what it was, I just don't think they thought it through all the way. But they immediately realized their mistake.
Elise is just there. She gets it. She gets us.
300 first strikes for $100 US. That's about regular price in Canada, I think. I have to double check. But they realized their mistake immediately, and the next time around, they were like, "Okay, better idea. Go hide. You don't know when they're coming or where they're coming from." We're like, "Okay, cool." That the second time around, that was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Things like you can barrel tap, but doesn't say it has to be on a marker. So you go for a walk with a 3-inch barrel tip.
Now,
wow, that's different. That's a weird scenario. So what? Your barrel gets clipped, and you take your barrel off, and you just put a 3-inch barrel on.
Yeah, so a barrel tap is basically when if you walk up to somebody, say you dead man walk, you just kind of just stroll up the road. Nobody really knows that you're in. You have no gun, so they think you're out. And then you just walk up and touch them with the barrel. And you're like, boop, you're out. Boop, you're out. Boop, you're out.
Oh.
However, that's when you run into situations with me when you walk up to me and say, hey, you're out. And then I put the barrel of my marker against your balls and say, no, I'm not. Which is what I did to one poor soul at D-Day. I don't take that.
Oh, yeah. I tell them to fuck.
You're going to tap me with a barrel, and you're going to say you're out, and then I'm going to snap you, and I'll be like, that paint on you is broke, you're out. Walk.
Yeah, if someone I see, if you're not wearing ref colors, I'm fucking shooting you.
That's where I'm not a big fan of scenario rules. Like, that's where those, you know what I mean? Like, I will bust those rules all to shit. Rubber knives, I'm not a fan of rubber knives.
Which is why we have that rule in the CMC.
I don't like rubber knives, simply because it just I understand, like, some guys are just like, they want to show off that skill that they could get in and out and they could just tap everybody with a knife, pop, 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 right, and you're out. But it's a paintball game.
Yeah, sorry.
So why are you running around with a rubber knife? It's a paintball game. That's like,
I've played Call of Duty, and the dude who runs with a knife still gets fucking shot.
Yeah, right. So I don't like when.
No, I don't think I would enjoy that rule very much.
No.
But I would have no problem playing in the gray area, lighting that fucker up when he comes towards me.
100%. And the other gray areas I've run into were things like, if you are hiding behind a bunker and that bunker is hit with a foam rocket, everybody behind that bunker is out. So, okay, so how do you...
See, is that a situation where you can have two dudes wounded, two dudes killed, and like someone wounded for a medic? Or are you
No,
just
it's
wiping the
just
whole
straight
bunker?
up the foam bunker touched the plywood. You're out. Everybody behind the bunker is out.
Mm-mm.
Did not like that because what happened was everyone was afraid to get behind cover because one dude with a rocket would just be like, boop. Okay, 6 dudes are out. Boop. There goes another 5 dudes. Boop. There goes 2 dudes. Like,
Yeah, I think I would have a problem with that.
100%.
Maybe
right?
I wouldn't be fun at a scenario game then, I guess.
It's just some scenarios are written, and it's very hard to do this. It's very hard to write a clean scenario because you want.
Fuck. We watched Firefly do it, and like realizing the night before that there's like game breaking shit that they can't unfuck.
Right. And then
Like-
you get these super tactical scenarios where it's like
Mm-hmm.
everybody wants to be the badass team kicking the door in and clearing the room. But in reality, you kick the door in and everybody gets shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
There's not much glory being the dude at the back with an MG.
No, right? And it's everybody wants to, because if you set it up so that like the dudes breaching the room are gonna win because it looks cooler when the dudes who breach the door clear the room. That looks cool. What doesn't look cool is the dudes trying to breach the room and then everybody standing outside the door because the dudes inside the room are just sitting there waiting for you to turn the corner. So your scenario.
I watched that. We watched that at PRZ.
Right.
I was watching room doors get stacked 6 or 8 deep, and no one's pushing through
because
and
they
then
know they're
that's-
just going to get snapped as soon as they turn the
Yeah.
corner.
Well, that was when the NFT guys started running in and like sliding on their knees and shooting as they went in the door. Like that's the shit that you wanted to see, but you don't have the sack to do it.
100%, right? So that's where the scenario stuff goes funky. It's very,
Okay.
very hard to deal with.
Josh Estrada getting shot in the nuts close up at the end of a game that was a fun day. Why don't you wear a cup? Your balls are worth $19.95 plus tax at Walmart, and that's if you buy a nice cup.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
So something else that I really wish I'd known getting into the sport was that you really, really, really don't need the tactical shit at all in any way, shape, or form. You don't need it. Don't put it on your gun. It's a waste of money.
Yeah, I will agree with that. The nobody needs an ACOG. Paintball gun.
Nobody.
Don't need it.
Not a soul.
Now, I will give it to the guy using the SAR 12 and a sniper rifle.
Even then, man, red dot with no magnification, I think you're fine. I really do. Like,
Now, this is personal opinion, guys. Don't take this as holy law, because I went that way. There's mine.
Mhm.
When I got in, I had my gun loaded with shit. It looked cool as hell. Then I picked the fucking A5 up and tried to run with it.
you got 15 extra pounds of gear on it. And then you realize that none of it works. None of it does anything. You can't look down the sight properly. The laser sight's fucking useless.
Yeah.
The flashlight is who cares.
The guy with the $400 hunting scope.
Seen it.
The supremacy scopes.
I've seen it. Supremacy scope does have a purpose. It's not a high magnification, and the distance markers on it are set for paintball, like for first strikes.
Oh, okay. So those ones are good. I was thinking of the crossbow scope we saw the other day.
The crossbow scope can be used, but it's hard, man. I would have to spend a
talent.
whole day dialing it in.
Those dudes, those markers were really cool. The ones that
Steve.
you were, oh yeah,
I don't need the underground. I think it means the underhand launcher.
under launcher and the 1-inch riser with a 9x scope.
No.
Are we playing fucking
No, you don't.
PUBG? Yes.
I have seen some dudes rock, like if you want to rock the super, super hardcore sniper play style where you're only going to eliminate maybe 5 people the entire day, but those 5 shots are going to be glorious. A really nice sight. You good there, champ?
Just heard a thump. Pretty sure it's the cats.
Cool.
Just cats. Don't worry, the boss went and put them in the line. I think she's gonna see a fucking cat go flying, man, getting suplexed.
I've seen some of those guys where they have like a really nice sight, not the crazy stupid hunting scopes, but just a really good, well made like red dot, just so that they have a rough idea, a very good idea of where that first strike is gonna go.
Yep.
And then I've seen some dudes rock, like, they're not horribly expensive. I think they're like $80-$90 now, but little range finders. So they can like,
that's a good
they
idea.
can range it in, and they just be like, it's too far away. Or, yeah, okay, he's 40 feet, or he's whatever, how many yards. Okay, I know where that is on this site.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's a kind of a cool idea,
right?
Especially if you know them. Even if you're not a sniper, if you're walking through the woods and you see the guy and you go, fuck, I can throw some paint that way and just make him go down for a second. That's actually not a bad idea. I'm waiting to hear what Elise is gonna throw at us for what she wishes she knew then, because
man, all the Canadian Tire's rangefinders are expensive. I don't know. I was talking to one dude. He said he must have bought his used, because he was like, yeah, I paid like $50 or $75 for this. I can't
used.
Remember.
Yeah. Is like a hunting rangefinder we're talking about?
I think.
Are we talking about like a surveying one? Because I know a guy.
I don't know.
I know a place where I might find one.
Wish. Yeah, should check Wish for a rangefinder. Everything is 50 feet away. Doesn't matter how far away it is. Everything's 50 feet.
Hang on, I get a little stick with a piece of tape on it, 50 feet. Fucking looks good.
Yeah, rangefinder, $55 in Halifax.
Had you known that last week?
Yeah, another one for $65. Look at that. Yeah, so something like that. Yeah, I could see that working out, especially if you had like if you ran a sniper spotter team kind of situation. You know what I mean? One dude's got the rangefinder. It's just like, okay, is that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's something you got to be down with, though.
100%. 100%. I'm not.
No, I was talking to Mr. Zach, and he's the kind of guy who runs in a squad. No bueno in duos. He did great with duos with you, so I argue that. But he was saying that he's not so much of a duo. He likes to run in a squad, and yeah. I like to just. Oh, it's already rolled, Josh. I took care of that. Sorry. If you were here, I'd share it with your brother. He rolls. I tend to integrate into whatever squad I find. Mm-hmm. Where are we going? Who are we shooting at? That guy? Let's fucking go.
Right.
I don't like the look of that guy over there. He looked at me funny. He said, your mom wears funny shoes and she's cross-eyed. Let's go whoop his ass. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's...
trying to think. And if I go look through my gear bag, I can find at least 3 things I wish I knew then that I know now.
Right, yeah. You don't need nearly as much gear as you think you need for a day of play. I used to bring like 3 bags. It was just too much gear.
It's more fun to push, be out there. Paint's going to break. It's going to bruise. But the experience, oh my goodness, not hiding it back. Wish I knew that more when I first started. Oh, night, AJ. Oh man, Elise, we got to get that framed or something. That's perfect. That sums up what she and I've heard her say that to young people, and I've said it to them too. It's no fun to sit at the back when you see the young bloods there that are kids coming up and they're with their friends. I'm like, do you want to go home and tell your friends that you went and you hid behind a bunker? No, you don't want to tell that. You want to tell about how you ran out and you clapped 3 people,
right? Like, yeah, it's you gotta. Oh, you gotta push, you gotta move forward, and yeah, once you get over the initial fear, right? There's always that fear. Marky Bear's in the chat. What's happening, Marky? And
let's go. Like that's the mentality you have to have.
100%. You rush the opponent. You shoot a bunch of paint. You're gonna get shot at. It's gonna happen. There's no shame in getting hit out.
What kind of day of paintball did you have if you didn't get shot?
100 exactly. Right. So
what the hell did you do all day that you didn't get shot once?
I've seen, you must have seen some people, man, when you were at D-Day. You notice that a lot of people hang out in the back and like to say that they play paintball. Last time I pushed, I slid like Velcro.
This guy sounds like us.
Right.
I bring about 5 cases, 2 big bags, and a cooler. Listen, I've seen a lot of the mag monkeys do that.
Mag monkeys.
That's what I call them, fucking mag monkeys. I'm one of them. I did the same thing for a long time. God damn, last year at D-Day I had so much gear. This year I'm like, 1 bag.
One bag.
1 bag. Mind you, now we have the tent, we have the table, and the cooler, because that cooler is fucking necessary.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna load that fucker's getting loaded up with bomb ass snacks. I'm not eating none of that fucking poutine stuff at the field. As good as it is.
I knew this, so I figured it out quick because I used to do this too. On paintball day, tournament day, especially young men, they're gonna show up and they're gonna have a food truck. The food's amazing, or they're gonna order pizza. And what happens when you fucking slam down a bunch of pop and pizza in the sun? You die.
Yeah. Christopher Struck's late, but he's here.
Chris Struck's here. He's going to drop some. Our topic tonight, gentlemen, is what I know now that I wish I knew then. And yeah, for the love of God, the carbs are that much, like just slamming pizza and pop into you. I get it. Some of them are young. They can do it, but...
Also, Elise there in the chat, we bring so much gear because sometimes certain markers have malfunctioned, so having a backup is sometimes mandatory. Yes, but also you're a different case because half of your shit is handmade by your husband.
8 cans of silly string. I'm messaging Congo. Like, I'm doing it in a minute here. I'm messaging Congo, and we're adding that to his repertoire of shit this year.
I'm thinking a couple of cans of silly string, final battle at D-Day. If they reenact the same rules before, where as long as you have forward momentum, you're going to go fine. I think that would be kind of fun to just walk up to the flag and just spray everyone with silly string.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm actually jumping into Messenger now to send Congo a message and be like, so we're going to get some silly string.
We need silly, yeah. Congo, we're going to need your bubble machine. Your bubble gun, and,
the bubble gun. Very happy birthday to Jennifer Montresor. Terrible with names, but I know the face. And we wished her a very, very happy birthday because, hey, birthdays are awesome. Where are you, Congo? I swear to God, if Greg's on here, if he's listening to this later, he'll tell Congo. I'll get to send
somebody page Greg. Somebody page Greg for us. Darren Clark, I bought a new proto mask when I started and could not play because the fat head kept fogging it up.
Okay. See, that's a mask story. That's fair.
Marky Mayer, I got a free case from Impact Pro Shop that carries 4 rifles. Those guys are awesome. Check them out.
Impact Pro Shop? Isn't that?
Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah, go check them out. They're amazing. He's a wonderful dude. We love him. Very, very nice people.
Yeah.
They're not our sponsor, but we still like them. So
that's fine. Prefer if you go... At this point, we're going to be shouting out people who aren't our sponsor anyways.
I'm already doing that.
Hey, you kind of are. It's kind of good. I like it.
I like everybody. I want everyone to make money that's in Canada. I want everyone to make money.
Right? Yeah.
It
tax-free money. I want everyone to make tax-free money.
I want everybody to make cash.
Yeah, cash.
Like, if you have an opportunity to do a deal, do that shit in cash. Do not give the bank their cut. If you are fucking like a waiter or waitress or service person and you get tips, don't declare that shit, you dumb fuckers. Don't declare. Oh, wait, but Americans, they have to declare that. Well, I mean, we do too, but we don't. But
they do have to.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, they get questioned as to how are you affording an apartment on $2 an hour?
Right there.
So, but yeah,
yes, Mr. Hugo is the absolute shit.
Mm-hmm.
We all knew that. Nobody questions how awesome he is. He's just a friendly fella. I have so much good music for those guys when they show up too. They're just gonna shake their head at me.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Oh yeah. I've been practicing. I'm gonna be yelling. So I got some French tunes, and I'm gonna be hollering at every one of them this year.
Oh. So, what else we got for tips? I'm thinking we've already talked about don't bring too much gear. I learned that one on the hard way. Don't buy too much gear. Don't buy stupid shit.
That's a general rule in life, but
yes, but you don't need that. Something I learned early on. I learned it very quickly. I learned it within probably the first 2 years. So I learned it quickly. But it is something that I feel some people still need to learn, especially those who've still been in. Some people have been in the sport a long time. You guys need to learn this. Traditional military tactics do not work in the world of paintball, and I'll tell you why. Traditional military tactics only work if your opponent is afraid to be shot. Suppressing fire only suppresses those who are afraid of the incoming projectiles.
Yeah. And then you meet someone like me or like Congo,
who just tank it.
Or Nico.
Yeah, right? Or you get one of those little fast fuckers that just dodges them all. Right? It's yeah, you gotta understand that, like, you can't study.
Your tactical ladder does nothing.
Yeah.
I know I sound like Muttley laughing over here, but fuck, you got so mad. You get so mad every time you talk about that tactical ladder. It kills me. Every time.
That single piece of equipment embodied everything I hate. Yeah, so your super hardcore tactical breaching rooms and whatnot doesn't work if the dude's willing to power slide on his knees past you. Like, it doesn't work. Yeah. And okay.
But again, now we're just bitching about things. We're not even like
no. But it's just one of those things where it's just like,
it's something I did do. Like, I did listen to the military tactics guys, and they're like, "Go, go, go!" I'm like, motherfucker, like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you got to learn, folks. You got to learn. It's what I wish I had known, because I would have made less of an ass of myself early on. Also, one thing that I learned probably about halfway through up to my current career in paintball, my experience in paintball, is that gear literally means nothing. I have been stomped by dudes running gear from the late 80s. Like, don't underestimate anybody.
Yeah, it's not the marker, it's not the gear, it's the person behind it.
100%.
There comes a point where your skill level will reach the level of your marker, but I've seen dudes with minis that can outplay fucking anybody.
Right.
I've seen dudes with pumps, and you give that guy a space gun, and he's going to rip your face off.
I've watched guys with pumps just take on teams of speedballers, and they just rip them apart with a pump because they're so deadly accurate.
Yep, they don't have to spray it.
Right.
They just need to send one shot.
It's all gear, bros. I got Predator level tech. Paintball is unique. Kenny Stewart. Paintball is a unique sport, but takes a little from several different things that makes paintball. It's true. I still stand by my point of, like, here's how much I believe in that the tactical gear is not necessary. Are you telling me to shush, or?
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Shut your bitch ass up. Kenny's speaking. No.
I was talking to Tom last night. We were doing I have a scout on the way. Shout out to my man Chad for hooking me up with that.
He's a real Chad.
Because I haven't gone public with this, but I'm pretty sure like half of my shit's been stolen. My T-15 and all my mags have vanished, including my gear bag and my peanut tank and my hopper, my pods, my back, my everything except a handful of pieces of gear have gone missing. So that sucks. Anyways, the Scout is on its way, so it's fantastic. So I'm going to be the owner of a Scout, a bolt action first strike paintball gun, which I never thought I'd own, but why not when opportunity knocks?
Oh
so
my God,
what am I going to do with it? Of course, the suppressor. I'm slapping a fucking rain energy can on the suppressor. That's going to be the suppressor. I'm going to go buy a Nerf scope, literally for one of the Nerf sniper rifles. That's going on that bitch. We're getting it powder coated.
factory colors for the original, like the Nerf scope. It's got to be like white and orange and shit. Like,
Yeah. And
fuck,
then we're gonna get the gun's gonna get powder coated copper, like a beautiful copper color.
not ballistics gel dummy dick. Because
No.
the picture you sent me looked like a ballistic gel dummy wang, and that rubbery color looked. I suggested he went with the color of his beard.
Yeah, but my beard is brown. On like when you try to grab a tone out of it, it's brown.
That is like, no.
Um,
I've seen that. I've been in that beard via camera, and I'm telling you, that's a red motherfucking beard.
So, anyways, it's gonna be like beautiful. What do you say? Distillery stin, like a still.
Yeah,
it's gonna be still colored copper.
A copper still. Yeah.
Yeah, and Nerf scope.
Rain supremacy can, a rain can,
suppressor.
A tacky keychain.
World's best dad keychain hanging off of it because why not? I also want to see if I can find like something to put on the charging handle, like a super tacky little charging handle.
Not like a rocket cock. Like one of those rocket thing. I think I've got one.
It won't work on the first strike because the first strike you gotta actually put it up and down. However, maybe I'll see if I get someone to 3D print me a tiny dick to put on it.
Oh, Jacob. Gonna hit you up for a favor.
I might get Zach to. I'm gonna see if Zach can.
Zach can do it in metal.
I don't know if Zach can do it in metal but I think he can do it in resin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So the detail will be just
the vein.
Yeah.
I ended up finding a rocket cock in a gear buy, and my buddy didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. It's hilarious, but no, we're not.
So yeah, so folks, if it shows up in time, which I believe it's going to, I'm pretty sure it'll be here by the end of the month. It will be the tackiest, just most outrageous looking scout, and I cannot wait to walk on the field with it in a dye jersey. Tiger stripe pants.
I was gonna ask, are you gonna go Bugaloo again? Are you gonna bring out another? We got to go get you a fancy, like a nice Hawaiian shirt.
No, because I'm not doing. That's the Vice guys. Tactical Gear's gay now,
and it's fabulous, bitch.
Yeah,
I want my marker to look fabulous.
Yeah,
that's why I want to. When I get my my electric A5 ripping, I'm going to get it powder coated in bright purple, and its name is Smoochie because it's my favorite rhino.
I just want to snap some dude in full tactical gear from head to toe while I'm wearing a die aftermath jersey, tiger stripe pants, and all he saw was a Nerf gun scope and a Rain energy can pointing at him. Yes. Ziggly, what's happening, Ziggly?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, Ziggly's over watching on YouTube. We're streaming on three different.
We are.
Let me get my fingers figured out here. 3. We're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So wherever you're watching us,
that's so fantastic. Cool.
Yeah, it's right. It's cool.
Oh, that's right. Elise loves purple, and she knows what Smoochie looks like because that is everybody's favorite rhino from the Magic Jungle.
And the other thing is,
buddy, it's coming. I'm gonna hopefully get it out tomorrow. Now that I'm a little more mobile, I'm gonna try to get that shipped out to you because I just want to startle people. I wish I knew. I wish I had known how bad electronics fare around me, or I remembered how bad electronics fared around me, and I had just listened to everybody and stayed mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't even fucked with space guns. I kind of regret it. It's I've spent a little too much money doing it. But I had fun doing it, and when I have it back and it works, it's going to be amazing. But that mech shocker that one you've been using has just been like, once we get the O-rings put into it and we get that bolt rebuild.
Other than that slow leak, it's great. Also, Marky's asking, are you guys ever going to come to Ontario for a tournament? Not anytime soon for me, because I'm going to go to D-Day and then hopefully a honey badger. And then I'm done traveling to Ontario because I have a wee one that is going to be costing a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So
they do that.
Yeah.
I'd love to find a way there. to go for a tournament and actually like.
That's the other side of it is like I
Yeah,
cannot afford to travel, stay in a hotel or Airbnb, whatever, and pay for shitloads of paint to play in a tournament.
Yeah, that's the problem. I just don't have the money for it. We're from the Maritimes,
right? That's the hardest part. Is like I'd love to travel to the state or to Ontario and play more, but I can't afford the paint. And I mean, yes, we could do the whole like fundraise for a trip to go, but that just feels like we're not a team. We're not an actual team competing for anything. So it just feels kind of, I don't know. And Marky says, I got you covered on paint. It's tempting,
Marky.
but
Again, I would love to find a way, just so Mrs. B and I could get away for a weekend. Like D-Day wouldn't be a great weekend because I'm working and it's fucking nuts. But just to go out for an event for a weekend and then take her and the boy and just bugger off for a couple days, I would love.
Plan
love
like
to do
a 4-day week, like a 4-day trip.
Play paintball one day.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Maybe 2 if it's more than 4 days, but if it's only a 4-day, I'm only going to play like 1 day because I'm going to be all fucked up. 1 day after, I'm all fucked up. If I'm driving, I'm okay, but if I have to chase after the boy,
Neb, wait, E-celebs pay for paint? JKs.
I will have you know when I showed up at fucking at fucking Operation Honey Badger, my ass wasn't registered.
You're never gonna let that go, are you? You're not gonna let that. You're gonna move that.
That was just funny. That was fucking funny. I paid for everything and didn't bitch a goddamn word because I was there and I was just happy to be there.
I was supposed to cover everything. I'll pay for your paint. Come to a tournament in St. Catharines, and Tom, you can take your wife to Niagara. That might be a next year thing when we don't have D-Day and Honey Badger.
Marky, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because next year we're just going to have D-Day is going to be the only big event in Ontario.
Yeah.
To really hit up, right? PRZ is going to be shut down, so that's all the MagFed shit gone. Not all the MagFed stuff, but like all the big MagFed events, like the PRZ events going. You didn't pull the "Do you know who I am" rookies.
Somebody said that to me at fucking Commando, and I just looked up and went, "No, I don't know who the fuck you are." And they went, "Oh, like probably high as balls."
Brittany, Brad, I want to go to Niagara. Well, maybe next year.
Well, listen, if he hadn't knocked you up,
hey, look, somebody got Greg Bailey in the chat.
Hey, Greg Bailey.
What you're gonna say? If I hadn't got her knocked up, we could go to Niagara this year.
We need to get some silly string for Congo to add to his drive the extra 4 hours and go to Sherwood Forest. Stop teasing me, Neb. You know I want to go there.
Don't stop me. I'll drive 16 hours to Sherwood Forest. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, we need silly string to add to Congo's kit because the bubble gun.
Oh, especially when somebody gets right chirpy with him and they're just like cursing and swearing at him and just like just up in his face and he just.
They lose their shit.
Or
I think it would get worse.
Could we like find a way to just like shake the can, wrap tape, clear, and just whip it into the room while it's spraying?
Yeah, an elastic.
Ziggly saying, Tom, you had me dying when y'all went to Honey Badger in Ontario. You were with Nightmare and your stealth mission didn't go as planned.
Oh man, that was Ziggly. It was a rough scene, bud. I'm sure you were there because he was really nice to me in that video because it was a lot longer than I was trying to claw my fat ass through that window. It was bad.
That's typically why in the past when we've had to breach windows at PRZ, like this is my experience, one of us dragged a pallet to the window. We used the pallet to get in. Except it was like you'd climb up the pallet and then you're just like, okay, go. And you just fucking hit the ground on the inside of like once you get in. Thank God for knee pads. So
they don't let you shoot paint in the parking lot anymore. Well, we're not Wolf. So we're not in the parking lot. And if he shoots me in the parking lot, I ain't gonna say fucking word because that means he snuck up on me. And he's a very sneaky man.
Yeah, how dare you let your guard down in the parking lot? Finn went. Yeah, I don't know where he went.
Was that the big one? Oh, the orange one's big is Terry, right?
Yeah, that one's Finn. He's the dumb kitten.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the orange one earlier. He jumped off and took off.
Um,
Got shot in the hand in the parking lot. Oh my god. I could see that happening. That's where the wobbly pops tend to happen.
you're not allowed to move field elements, cheaters. Stop me.
I don't count a pallet as a field element.
Yeah,
I
for all
feel
I
that
know,
pallets are
it was
pallets are
garbage.
movable.
It was garbage.
If it's part of a nailed-in bunker, a secured bunker, I'm not going to move it. But if there's a pallet on the field, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to run with it, and I'm going to use that as a shield.
Hypothetical question: if something is screwed down, yet you have the means to unscrew it, does that mean that it's permanently affixed to the field?
Yes, it's affixed to the field. If you have to fucking unscrew something, it's affixed. Some people don't know that some guns degas automatically.
Yeah, it's true. Spools are around for a reason. Nothing like rolling a spool while you're hiding behind it.
You've seen me do that. I pushed the one right across Mag Hill and right across the field, running behind it.
Meg-Fed League, Sunday at Sergeant Splatter's, 9 a.m. They have a Meg-Fed pickup league. It's like the MML. It's like the CMC, but it's all like random teams.
I want to go to Sergeant Splatters on a Sunday. I need to find someone in the airline industry who can get my ass over there on a jump seat. Christ. Well, not right now. I ain't running fucking anywhere right now, but
no.
I'm just hobbling up the stairs, which I'm going to have to do here in a minute, but
yeah, we're going to
hobbling up the stairs is going to be. Check out my cousin's website, matrixpaintballgearusa.com. You know what, Marky? I'm going to go check that out right now. While Brad gets ready to wind everything up, I'm going to see if I can plug your cousin. I know what I said.
So, folks, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for hanging out, dropping little tidbits of wisdom here and there. And yeah, ooh. I don't know where I was going with that, but thank you so much for hanging out. It was great. Everyone who commented and shared and liked, truly appreciate it. Shout out to Ziggly over there in YouTube land. The only person watching us on YouTube right now. Fantastic. Love you so much. But we love you guys on Facebook and Twitch as well. So, thank you for hanging out with us. And tomorrow, 2 p.m., if you can watch it, the Northern Lights, the Canadian women's team, is playing in the NXL, or the WNXL.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and catch it. I think it's live streamed. I don't know. I really hope it is because I want to watch the girls play.
Oh, man. If it's on the app, isn't it?
It's on Go Sports, yes, but I don't know if they're going to stream that match.
God, I hope they do. I'm going to keep an eye out for it because that would be dope.
Right? It's going to be fantastic. So that's it, folks. We are out of here, and, thanks again for hanging out with us. But until next week.
Have a great weekend, and don't take Skittles from strangers.
You heard them. Cheers.